Hey everyone, it's a new year, 2026, and in this year, I really want to help you grow your POD business, your print-on-demand business. Now, I know everybody's at a different level, so in this video, I'm going to try and give you advice for every level that I think I can think of, or every level that I can think of, whether you're just beginning or you're in a place where you're doing lots and lots of sales. Hopefully, this video can give you advice on what to do next. So this is the what video. I'm not going to show you how to do it, but in this video I'm going to show you what I think you should do, and then I'm going to teach you later on in the year more of the how. But before I show you what to do, I want to explain two principles that I think are very important that you may know already. It may be obvious, but I think these two principles are important to know about growth. So first, change or growth needs change. You cannot grow without change. In fact, that's what growth is. Growth is a positive change, a growth or change in the right direction. Now, the reason I say this is because a lot of people, or maybe some people, think that they can continue to do the same things over and over and expect growth, and that doesn't happen. In order for you to grow or do something different, you're actually going to have to change what you do. And this is important because if you're not seeing growth in your business, then that means there's time, or it's time to do something different, or time to change. So think of that when I'm talking about the things and the different levels that you are. There needs to be some kind of change that you're doing to get that growth. Now, everybody's change is going to be different, and that's why I'm going to do the different levels, but just know that for growth, there needs to be change. The second principle I want to talk about is that there needs to be a reasonable change. So a lot of people, or some people, may think that I have to do the exact same thing as top sellers, and that's not exactly what you need to do. You need to do a change that you can handle. So there's no change, and at the very other end of the spectrum is unreasonable change. So for example, if you wanted to get healthy, and you wanted to run a marathon every day, that could definitely help you, but I don't know if someone goes from not running to running a marathon the very next day. You have to slowly get into it, and that's kind of the idea here. Is you need to do change, but it needs to be in that sweet spot of something that you can actually do. If it's something so big that you're not going to do it, then you'll never do it. And this is why people fall into the trap of resolutions, New Year's resolutions not being met. You get so hyped up, or I get so hyped up sometimes, like I'm gonna go to the gym 6 times a week and spend 2 hours there every week. And that's, if coming from someone that's never been to the gym, that's kind of unreasonable. So you may want to start off at going to the gym once a week or something like that, something that you can handle. So those two principles, change needs to happen for growth, and it needs to be a change that you can handle. So with those two principles, I'm going to try and help you out with the different levels. Now, these are levels I made up. I'm going to call them level 0, 1, 2, 3, but there are no real levels like that. I'm just telling you what kind of the next progression is as you get into print on demand. Okay, so let's start level 0. This is where you haven't started anything. This is the level where you're just figuring out print on demand. You're thinking you want to do print on demand but haven't started. So what should you do if you haven't started? Well, level 0 people, what they should do, their first goal is to do the research, find a print on demand site that they want to do or want to start, and just sign up and start a store. Now, I know in one of my other videos I said that if you want to do this as a business, you should do Etsy or Amazon or Shopify or your own website. Now, that's only if you know that you want to do this as a business. Some of you that's starting print on demand may not know that right away, and so starting with something like Redbubble or TeePublic or something smaller like that actually might help you trying to just get into the rhythm of doing print on demand. I think for me, I think the easiest one is TeePublic. Now, you can't get rich on TeePublic, at least I don't think you can, but you can learn a lot about the print on demand business with TeePublic. You can learn how to upload and how to do some of the things that you've never done before. So for simplicity, I would say if you're just trying it out and want to start on something, just learning about the business, TeePublic is probably the way to go because it's super simple, probably one of the simplest POD ones out there to kind of get going and with the learning curve. So level 0, haven't started a print on demand site. First thing you do is start. Go and sign up, figure out which one you want to do. Just pick one. Don't try and sign up for all of them because that's unreasonable. But pick one and give yourself a couple of weeks. Learn about it, figure out which one is the right one for you. Sign up, start a store. You don't even have to upload anything right away. Just sign up and get everything there. Make sure you use your social security number, or if you have a business, I think it's probably just the easiest to sign up with a social security number at the beginning and your PayPal account and things like that. And super simple. You don't want to make it too complicated because you may not do it. So level 0, that's all you do. Now the next level, level 1, I'm calling it, is when you actually have a store. The next thing you'll have to do is to upload designs to it. Now, how many should you upload? Well, that depends on you, how comfortable you are. I would say at least one a week. If you can do more than that, then that's great, but don't push yourself so much that it's unreasonable again. So do something that you can ease into it. You're gonna have to create a design now. So you should be creating designs that you like for niches that you like. I would start off making text designs, just really simple, get into the rhythm of creating a design, especially if you've never created a t-shirt design before. This can probably take you a lot of time because you're still learning. You're still learning how to put text on a design, how to do a transparent background, how to upload it and pick the colors. So it's going to be a learning process. So go slowly. You don't have to do 20, 100 designs in a week. I would say keep it to 1 to 5 at the most in the week. And that will be your goal. Your goal is to just learn about uploading, learn to design, slowly get into it and not worry too much about it. You probably won't get a lot of sales, but that's not the goal right now in level 1. Your goal is to learn to upload and learn to look at t-shirt designs and figure out the size and all like the basics, super basic. Level 2 is when you have lots of designs now, you've been doing it for a while, but you have no sales. Now, there needs to be a change to get those sales because we want growth. So the next thing you're going to do is focus on sales. Now that you know how to upload designs, now you're really comfortable with it, now you can do a little bit more research. What kinds of things are selling? What kinds of topics are trending? What kinds of new things can you try out? Can you try different niches and things? So this is where you're experimenting on designs because you haven't gotten any sales. You need to change that. The things that you're doing right now aren't getting you sales. You're going to have to change it and try something new to see if you can get some sales. So in this point is a lot more research, a lot more experimenting, trying out different things, seeing if it works. So that's kind of what that level is for. That's the change you need to do. So you're still uploading the same amount, but this time the change is the type of designs you're uploading because you're trying to get those sales. You're trying to put designs out there that people actually want to buy. Level 3 is you actually have some sales now. So you've been doing it for a while. Now you have some sales and you would like to get more sales because that's where you want to grow. And so the next thing you're going to have to do is figure out why those sales that you got are selling. Can you make more designs like it while continuing to do what you did before and doing new things and trying out new things? So you're going to experiment, but as well as create more designs of the ones that are selling. Not exactly the same, but for the same niche. So if this one was selling, for example, this corgi eating ramen, I've used this example before, you're going to make a panda eating ramen, or you're going to make a cat eating ramen, or you're going to have a panda eating or a corgi eating pizza or whatever. So it's kind of similar, but not, right? So you can do this with anything. It doesn't have to be a corgi eating ramen. If you have a Raven t-shirt doing well, then have the Raven do something else or whatever it is. So just figure out who's this audience that's buying your t-shirts. Can you make more designs in kind of the same style but for that same audience? And that's how you're going to grow. You're going to start growing and adding more designs like that, as well as continuing to add more designs and experimenting with trends and niches and other things. Level number 4 now is you're having lots of sales and you have lots of designs up. And this is where you're going to start using ads. I would say put ads, if you have them, on designs that are selling. This is specifically for Amazon, but if you're on Etsy, I believe there's ads. You're going to always have to use ads on Shopify too. It's kind of harder to do ads on TeePublic, but you can do that. I would suggest Amazon at this point. If you're at this point and you know you have lots of sales, this is where you have to decide whether you're going to do this as a business or as a hobby. If you want to take this to the next step and keep growing, then I would suggest, if you're not already on Etsy, Amazon, or your own site, I would pivot to that. Take all your designs from TeePublic or wherever you started and make sure you're at least on one of those 3 at this point. You have the designs that are selling, so you have the data showing that these designs actually sell. You're going to continue to create designs more like it. You're going to continue to do new designs as you find those, but you're going to also use some ads and help yourself scale up. So this is the part where you're going to start scaling and doing more and more designs. You're going to also start and try and do, if you're not already tapped out, you should be able to do more designs. So continue to add even more. So if you're at 10 designs a day, take it to 15. If you're at 15, take it to 20, and so on. I don't say that that's the number you have to be, but you're gonna have to look at where you are right now and then increase the upload, increase the designs, the good designs on there, and just scale it just even more, and then get ads to help you get those sales. Now the last level, I'm calling level 5, is where you are maxed out now. You can only do as much, and you're gonna notice that growth is gonna start stagnating because you physically can't add any more designs. You can only add this many designs a day. You're gonna be capped. Like, it could be 20 designs a day, then that's all you can do. You work all day and you can physically only do 20 designs a day. This is where you're going to have to get some help. So level 5 is when you can't do it yourself, you're going to have to add on help. Now, help can look like automation. Help can look like actually getting someone to do some work for you, maybe some designers to help you, maybe some uploaders, something that can take some load off of your plate. So this is the only way that you're going to grow, because you've hit a wall where you can't actually do more. And again, to grow, you have to change, and the only way you can change at this point and do more is to get some help. So that's level 5. If you're at this point, this is a good spot to be in, because hopefully you're getting lots and lots of sales at this point. You're getting more than $1,000 a month and so on. So this is where you're taking it seriously and as a business, and you're going to have to reinvest and get some help, either automation, better tools, just anything to help you grow and change, make those changes that will take you to the next step. And I believe that will be with some extra help, because you can't do it at this point on your own. You're going to get to that point where it physically can't go anymore, and that's when you have to kind of think about this as a business and invest more in either people, automation, tools, and so forth. All right, so hopefully this was really helpful for you. You'll notice each of these levels have different things that you need to concentrate on, and I think these are the best ways to do it. If you know of other things that I missed, let me know that in the comments, but hopefully this helps you in your print-on-demand journey. Each time as you get to the next level, you'll have to do some changes to keep growing and keep growing. And I believe you can get to thousands of dollars a month. I've seen it on myself, as well as other people get to thousands of dollars a month with POD. But you have to start at level 0, and don't do something that a level 5 needs to do at level 0. Just make sure that you're doing it slowly, gradually, and can handle the changes that need to be made for their growth. Now, if you want to see that video that I made about print on demand for 2026, I'll put that right here. I made it a few weeks ago. I think this video can really help if you're serious about doing print on demand in 2026. Hope that video helps you as well. Thanks again for watching. And as always, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one.